Hey peeps, we are back. We're talking the Real Housewives of Potomac. Potomac is back, season 8, episode 1. However, before we get into the show, can I just show you something that oh my gosh, I was struck with secondhand embarrassment. Okay, now listen. I had to remove the music because, YouTube they don't play that. They were dancing to Genuine's Pony. I mean, what in Sam Hill? Okay, I don't know why Bravo keeps trying to make the house husbands from New Jersey a thing. They are not a thing. Okay, we don't need it. We don't want it. I mean, geez, did you see them? Joe, the other Joe, and Frank. Get the hell out of here. Anyway, did you guys hear that Frank has asked his girlfriend Brittany to marry him? I said, well, I hope this means he's going to get his own place, or is she going to shack up in the guest room at David's? I mean, grow all the way to hell up, Frank. I mean, this is too damn much. No, ma'am. Also, I saw one of the cutest things online between Garcelle and Sutton.
Do you have names for each other?
We call her Olive sometimes. All of a sudden.
I call her Garcelli or just Selly.
I love that.
Don't like.
Oh,
Too bad.
Aren't they adorable? They are adorable. They are real friends in real life. I really love Sutton and Garcelle's friendship. Also, right before BravoCon, I seen that Leah from the original Real Housewives of New York is taking Bravo to court, stating that they were using her alcoholism against her. They kept focusing on it on her first season to, pump her up to drink more. And, a lot of these girls are jumping on the bandwagon with Bethany and, doing their best to spread the word about things that allegedly, I have to say allegedly, happened at Bravo. And if they were hyping her up to drink or, knowing that she, has a drinking issue, it should be brought forth. It seems that there are a lot of different Bravo celebrities who are coming out of the woodwork stating that there has been, some different abuses happening over at Bravo behind the scenes. If that's true, I wish them the best of luck, and I hope that they get the vindication that they need, especially Leah. I am glad to see that she is sober and, healthy right now. Also, right before BravoCon, we found out that Shannon Beador has officially been charged with DUI hit and run. Now, when she was at BravoCon, she made a statement that she had been going to therapy and it has an alcohol component to it, and that she has been sober for, I can't remember if she said 30 or 90 days, and the audience was cheering her on and everything. And, I'm happy that she has been sober. But this has been happening for a long time, and she should have taken a look at who she was all of this time. Someone could have been hurt terribly. So I'm not going to cheer her on just yet, but I do wish the best for Shannon and for her family. But come on, Shannon, you knew that you should not be drinking and driving. Also, if you guys noticed that Ramona had been removed from BravoCon. Just 2 days before BravoCon, she got the axe for allegations that she was using racial slurs and she was having other racist comments. Listen, is anybody shocked? Ramona has been an elitist and she has acted like a racist the entire time that she was on the Housewives, especially that last season. She really was pretty much blatant. Apparently they're saying that allegedly she said, this is why we don't need to have black people on our show. Or why is it that black people don't have fathers? And, really nasty negative comments. Unfortunately, they've already filmed the Legacy Girls Trip, so we're still going to see Ramona on our TV screens, but she was let go from Bravo, and she was also let go from her real estate company that she's recently hired too. They have let her go due to these racial slurs. Ramona has been getting away with this behavior for years, so now all of a sudden Bravo wants to fire her. Okay, she should have been fired a long time ago. Now, honey, listen, BravoCon was coming up. So Jen Shaw was interviewed, and Jen Shaw says that a cast member called her son the N-word, and production investigated and found nothing wrong with the remark. She says that a cast member on the show, on The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, called my child the N-word, which I reported to Lisa Shannon and the rest of the Sheed Media production team. Jen, who is Tongan and Hawaiian descent, is married to Sharif Shaw, who is black. They share 2 sons, Sharif Jr., who's 29, and Omar, who is 20. She said, my husband was also gifted a bag of watermelon from a former friend of, who is a current housewife, during a scene. Jen, who celebrated her 50th birthday from behind bars, went on. So she went on to say other things. But, of course, she was a friend of, but now she's a full-fledged housewife this current season. That would make me think that it was Angie. And if that is true and Angie thought it was cute to deliver this man a watermelon as a gift, no ma'am. No ma'am, no ma'am. That makes me not like her even more than I already don't. I'm just saying. She knew better. So let's just get into the show. So I thought that Bravo was really shady the way they focused in and spotlighted Robin, and I loved it. I loved every second of it. Now, this is just my opinion, but I do believe that Robin and Juan's marriage is a sham. To me, it feels as if it's an agreement. It feels as if they are just so comfortable with each other. And, Juan is unemployed, so Robin is paying for everything, in my opinion. I don't live there, so I don't know. It just seems to me that he's just comfortable with this situation, and she's comfortable with it as well. So as long as she's going to pay for everything and he's living this comfortable life, he gets to be there with his sons, he's just going to continue to do that. Robin, for me, is playing the stand by your man card, and it just looks really bad, in my opinion. I think that if Juan gets a better offer from another lady and those kids go off to college, he's going to leave Robin. And every time they show that replay of her on Watch What Happens Live and we see Ebony take a sip or make a facial expression, I start cracking up, because that's the same way Robin used to do it when other people would make excuses for their spouses on the show. She would always frown her face and toot up those lips, but she's not doing that when people talk about Juan. You know what I mean? And you know what? The fact that Ashley is not taking this moment to laugh and jeer at Robin, I think is some growth, because they have been riding Ashley's ass every season about her lousy marriage with Michael Darby, and now would be the time for her to dance a jig, but she's not doing that. She is trying to be supportive. So I do appreciate that Ashley is being supportive of Robin, because she could say, remember all the times that you was on my neck about my marriage? But she's not doing that. So good on Ashley for this one. Now, that scene with Robin and Juan, first of all, that's the most Juan has ever talked to Robin. I mean, if you put all their scenes together from every season, Juan has never talked to Robin as much. And the fact that he's sitting there trying to reiterate this stupid ass story, I don't believe any of it. I think that it was an absolute waste of time. There is no way that this woman came in there to meet up with a guy who is an NFL player. If this guy was really going to meet up with her, why didn't she have that guy pay for her hotel room? And then he tried to make a shady comment about, have you seen her? So in other words, if this girl is unattractive, why would he be with her? Boy, you are a liar. You are full of shit. It does not matter what a woman looks like. A man will still have sex if he's interested. So cut the crap. Cut the crap. And Robin sitting there, it just says, I don't want to face reality, or I don't want people to know that this marriage is not what it's supposed to be. But their relationship is not giving. We are in a loving, committed relationship where there's chemistry between us. It's giving. We are really roommates. And we're tired of people clowning us about this relationship and about this engagement. So we just went ahead and got married. That's what it's giving. Robin, girl, bye. And it's such a stupid story. Him and Coach Bree just happened to be working out of a laundromat. They decided to wash all of the practice jerseys at this laundromat. Then we just happened to decide to go to the nail salon together. That's a bunch of BS. Are you kidding me? Then they're going to sit on the couch and try to pretend like he didn't get fired from his job because of the SA claims. Talking about they let him go because, they had lost so many games or whatever. No, they let you go because of this court case, because of this lawsuit. Now, I don't know if he's guilty or innocent, but I'm just saying that's why they let you go, because of this particular lawsuit. You don't have to talk about it on camera, but you don't have to lie and say that you got fired because you were losing. Just don't talk about it at all if that's the case.
Thank you to Bravo, who paid for everyone's hotel rooms so that Juan Dixon didn't have to. I love you, Robin.
Now, Andy is shady as hell. That was quite funny as well. However, she laughed, and I think she just laughed because she felt that she needed to. Listen, I'm sorry, Robin, but you went along with this ridiculous story. He's just nice. He wanted to help her out. Come on, girl, stop it. Now, honey, listen. When Karen, Wendy, and Candace got together for lunch, first of all, I have zero fashion sense. Zero fashion sense. But I absolutely hated Wendy's outfit. Now, on Bravo, when they do fashion or trashing, I'm trashing this outfit. Peeps, get down in the comments and let me know, was that fashion? Because, I don't have any fashion sense either. And, that's probably a nice outfit. Anyway, moving on. I also did not know that Wendy was Catholic, but she had a beautiful rosary in her purse. Now look, Karen is crazy as hell.
Was when she said, I was waiting for Karen to bring it up.
It happened before we filmed season 7.
How do you stay silent?
I was waiting for Karen to bring it up.
I clearly said, look, I was dealing with Juan's domestic women, not international women. There's so much I know about Robin Dixon, including Juan's other woman. Yeah, that looks like me.
Now, honey, listen, she said that she was worried about Juan's domestic women. She didn't have time to get into his international women. She's crazy. She is a nut. Listen, when she said that lady looks like her, honey, doesn't Bree look like Karen? She looked like Karen to me. She looks like a young Karen. I'm just saying. I also noticed that Candace had went out on social media a few days ago. She retweeted, and it was a retweet about Giselle. And it says, Season 1 attacks Karen's marriage. Season 2 attacks Ashley's marriage. Season 3 attacks Karen's marriage. Season 4 attacks both marriages, which is Ashley and Karen. Season 5 attacks Monique's marriage. Season 6 attacks Wendy's marriage. Season 7 attacks Candace's marriage. You're next, Mia. And it has a picture of Giselle. And Candace retweets it and she says, love to see it. Good morning. You know what? It's all facts. If you go back each season, Giselle finds somebody's marriage to attack. And when you think about it, Robin, absolutely, season after season, she was a part of so many marriage situations. She talked about Wendy's marriage. Remember, Wendy had to get her all the way together over there when they were right after they did that whiskey tasting. Then she talked about Candace's marriage, talked about Karen's marriage, Monique's marriage, Ashley's marriage. I don't feel bad for Robin. I find it very hard to feel sorry for her. And I was surprised, like Candace said, when she got on Watch What Happens Live talking about she was waiting for Karen to bring it up on the show, her situation with Juan. Why? Why would Karen need to bring that up? That was just one of the worst excuses that I have ever heard. I have to agree with the girls when they said, Robin is a bad liar. She's acting like she is in this perfect relationship, and it clearly is not. Wendy in her confessional says that she has been 100% honest when, it comes to situations in her life and in her marriage on the show. But when they asked her, did she think Karen was, she said, next question, listen, I'm going to be honest. If I was a housewife, my answer to that question would be absolutely not. I know that as a housewife, they are supposed to give their full life. They are not supposed to hide anything. But if shit gets real, you best believe, housewife or not, I'ma hide it. I don't need to have every single thing put out there in the streets. You gonna have to work for it, Bravo. If you want the information, you gonna need to dig. You're gonna need to get the other housewives to dig to get it, because I'm not gonna give it all. Now, I'll give you as much as I possibly can. But when that stuff starts to hit deep and hard, I might hide it. I'm sorry. I know it's wrong, but I might hide it. I'm just saying. Now, when Wendy brought up, has anybody seen Robin and Juan's marriage certificate? I said, come on now. Please don't do that. Don't start that we need to see the certificate. I hate that. So then we see Ashley at her house. It is an absolutely beautiful house for her and her boys. She's got 4 bedrooms, 5 baths. It's $2.2 million. And honey, listen, I did not enjoy seeing her kids laying across the table, climbing up on the daggone countertops, and she seemed to be okay with it. That is not safe. Not at all. There needs to be some rules and some order in that house. I didn't love that. I'm not mommy shaming. I'm just saying. She tried to be real cute talking about being a single mom, and then her nanny shows up. Bravo said, oh, hell no, you're not about to do that. Listen, I'm not about to dance this single mom jig with you because you've got a full-time nanny. Girl, go on somewhere. Michael's name is still on that house, and they are not divorced. I don't think that Ashley really wants to get divorced from Michael, because once she gets divorced from him, the financial ties are completely broken. He will pay his child support and alimony, and she'll be on her own for the rest of it. I don't think she wants to be divorced. And then they could be one of those couples, because there are couples that are married and they just live separately. Maybe they want to be that kind of couple, talking about they went to the Bahamas together just as co-parents and friends. Right. I am sure there was some sex. Shoot, they probably had the sex. I'm just saying. So Giselle says that she wants to invite Ashley and Charisse. I don't know why Bravo keeps wanting to force Charisse on us. Anyway, they're going to invite them over to Giselle's house because she believes that Robin is delusional, and they need to have a talk with her, a come to Jesus moment. Giselle says that Robin told her that Juan is just a nice guy, and that's why he keeps getting caught up in all these things. And Ashley said, yeah, he's real nice. He's too damn nice. He's so damn nice, he'd be thrown out of my house. I need you to get unnice, okay? I need you to start being nasty and rude, okay? Cut the shit. Giselle says that she just wants Robin to know that she's looking crazy. Now, it's terrible when I'm agreeing with Giselle. This situation with Giselle and her nephew from Winter House, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Ma'am, this is not legit. This is an arrangement. Both of you are clout chasing off of each other. No, ma'am.
Well, it could have been a scheme that Todd set up for him to come to you with the bush.
Todd set all this up. Nuh-uh. That's not a real relationship. Moving on. Mia has gone from her 11,000 square foot place to a 1,500 square foot apartment. It's just hard to believe. Her place is a lot. I mean, my place is twice that. And I just have a regular job. Like, what did you do? You know what I mean? What is going on? And did anybody notice that she went from being this boss chick, she was the CEO, to now she's a marketing director?
Moving out of the big house has been quite an adjustment. Square footage wise, we went from 10, almost 11 to 1,500. Yeah, it's like a closet. Like literally, my old closet space is now my new living space. Okay? Seriously. As far as cost is concerned, we can no longer afford $10,000 a month with everything that was going on with our businesses. I no longer work as the marketing director for the company. Why are they acting like this
I have
towards you?
no idea. All they said was that I'm not listening. And that's it. It makes no sense to get rid of a CEO who's done nothing.
She was a marketing director and Gordon was the CEO. Now, the truth is, I wanted to be sad for Mia. I really did. And I do appreciate that she's standing in it and letting everybody know that they had to downsize. But do you remember all the braggadocious ways that she had when she first started on the show? When she was talking about what a boss bitch she was and she makes $400,000 a year. Like, she was really trying to rub it into these ladies' face that she was super rich and she was a boss. Remember when she went out online and she tweeted about a Scala and she said, wearing designer, living in a townhouse with your mother. Wonder why we haven't seen your luxurious housewife lifestyle. Hoe ass, nah, college kid, I'm a boss bitch. Try again. That's why I can't feel sorry for her. She thought that she was all of that, and people need to remember what goes up comes down. And her and G acting as if they don't know why they were both kicked out of that company, that's a lie. I don't believe that at all. And did anybody else notice that when she was talking about how depressed Gordon was, she was saying how hard it was on her? I think it's hard on him too, ma'am. That just seemed weird. Did it seem weird to anybody else? Anyway, you know how the word is on the street that she's left him because he don't have any money. And she's trying to hook up with somebody who has some money and a boat and, at least, 2,700 square feet. I don't know. She did tell him that she had stopped drinking. And he said, I don't recall any of that. Girl, wine is still drinking. It's still alcohol. Sometimes I just wonder if her elevator reaches the top. But now she's all sorry for the rumors that she spread about Karen. And I've seen the previews for next week. And Karen is not going to let her get away with this easily. And she shouldn't. You were out there trying to say that she was spreading it low and wide for all of the damn town. And she's supposed to be your friend. She stood up for you when all the ladies was talking about how you was a liar and out here trying to get sympathy online with your fake cancer story. That was rude. So when Ashley, Charisse, and Giselle get together with Robin, first of all the ladies had a very hard time getting down to Giselle's patio.
Hell to the no. This is a motherfucking roller coaster right here if I ever seen one. This is dangerous. From the look of the driveway and the outside, Kenya still has quite a ways to go. Just the red carpet? Oh, the dirt. Okay. She says she's living fabulous, but she's clearly living like the Flintstones.
I'm sorry, but it reminded me of that. It really did. I'm sorry. Listen, I don't understand why Giselle couldn't have had the ladies come through her front door and just come out the back sliding door instead of risking them falling down, and getting some kind of lawsuit. Because listen, if I knew how to do one of those death falls, like the stunt women, I would have rolled my ass down her driveway. I'd have sued her. Like, girl, let those women come through the front door. Why is your house always under construction? Just like Ashley said, please finish up this damn place. Get some steps. Let people come in your house. This is getting to be ridiculous.
He's not dumb enough to be anywhere in public being affectionate and physical with another woman.
So for me, the two incidents you say are two distinct things. So I think that the thing that happened with the girl from Canada is a different situation than the coach. As far as with Coach Bree, I think it's more so the sensitivity of the optics. And if I were Juan, I would probably operate a little bit more cognizant or aware of what's happening just for a minute, and
Literally, I told him, I'm like, he's telling me, I'm going to nail salon, Bree's going to come out and say hi. I'm like, Juan, the block is hot. And he's like, okay, whatever. Like, am I supposed to just sit in the house?
He made the mistake back with the hotel.
No, it's just, I don't.
Yes, he's not thinking, how is this going to affect Robin?
All right, so what do y'all want me to do? Get mad at him and scream and throw a shoe at him? Oh my God, I can't believe you went to the nail salon with Brianna. Oh my God, how could you do that? Like, that, is that what you want me to do?
He is not thinking about you saying, you know what? This is bad optics.
I'm not going to tell him to end his friendship. I'm not going to tell him, oh, you can't do certain things that were fine before. At this point, I don't care what Robin. I don't.
Now, I was really behind Giselle here with everything she said to Robin, but I mean, Robin's not listening. And out of all the women on the show to listen to, it would be these three. These three have all been cheated on. They have all gone through the public backlash and all of this stuff regarding these relationships. They would know. So I would listen to them. You know, Giselle says that she was worried, about Robin's mental health because of everything that's going on with Juan. But I thought to myself, I realize that you're worried about her. She's your friend. But you also say that Ashley and Candace is your friend, and you didn't care anything about them. She didn't have any empathy for them at all when she tried to trash their marriages. The whole time I was watching that episode, and Ashley and Charisse and Giselle, they all had valid points. Robin just kept fighting it. Juan, it's not his fault. It is his fault. He's putting himself in these positions that causes you pain. It is his fault. I just kept thinking, remember when Karen said Robin was the dizziest bitch sitting at the table? I don't like calling another woman a bitch, but she is quite dizzy about this relationship. Even Giselle wasn't buying it. She's like, Robin, you are making excuses. And she really was. Robin is not my favorite, but she doesn't deserve this. Let go of this crazy relationship. Remember when Robin said she didn't bring up on the show about Juan's situation because it happened months before filming? I kept on saying the situation that you guys brought up about Chris last season, that all happened before filming as well. So it's okay to use that for a storyline for yourself, but it's not okay to bring up what your man is doing to you for a storyline. It doesn't make sense. I don't know. I also kept thinking about, remember that season that they were attacking Wendy and Eddie? Wendy said, listen, if you guys have something to say, just bring it to me. Don't sit around talking about it behind my back. And Giselle made sure that they brought it directly to Robin, but they didn't care about Wendy. So it's as if they just wanted to attack Wendy. They did that on purpose. Robin gets grace, but Wendy doesn't. I don't know. I didn't like to see Robin sad. I really don't. But if you're going to allow him to continue to embarrass you like this, then what are people to do? I think that Robin really needs to sit back and look over this relationship. She can't possibly be getting all the things that she needs. And sometimes you just have to walk away, even if you love a person. Anyway, peeps, that's all I got. Get down in the comments and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.